Hello again, people. Right, it's Sunday morning, and well, it's just turned Sunday afternoon now, midday, and it is the 6th of December, and this is just an update video on the yesterday's three candle reversal on the H4. That's where the 4 came from. H4 chart, 3 candle reversal, and if you watched yesterday's video or watched or saw my YouTube, not YouTube, Twitter diagrams, screenshots, then you will know we were looking at the 30-minute down, waiting for a 30-minute up. Now, the eagle-eyed of you may have noticed also that we've got volume on the charts. We did yesterday. It was just because I was looking at volume, and I know volume is a sort of contentious subject, but in my opinion, I've studied it for years and years. I've compared different brokers, multiple brokers, and it seems most of the MetaTrader gang, in fact most of the day trading or stations trading applications use the similar data, and so the volume will look similar across multiple brokers, so it's pretty reliable. It's a non-repainting indicator. You don't have to worry about the colours. This is where the confusion came from. This is originally was called Better Volume on Forex Factory, and now it's called, and I'm only really sort of testing it at the moment, but if you want to use it, you know, by all means do with your templates. Not that I'm going to sway you one way or the other, but here's the indicator here. You can find it on a thread called oh, you might not be able to see that, might just be below the, there's the indicator there. You can find it on a thread by Sonic DJ. I loved his method of trading all those years and years ago. The thread's very old, and a guy took over really called Trader at Home, TAH, and in my opinion ruined the thread, but that's nothing against him. It was just he overcomplicated it, in my opinion. So yeah, I'll try and put the link to this indicator in the YouTube description of this video. Never done that before, don't know why I didn't think of it before, but we shall see if I can get that in there. If I can't, it'll be on Twitter at some stage also. But yeah, volume, and the reason I've sort of been toying with the idea of putting it back on the charts, and not in the traditional style of volume, because I do like these colours, and as you know I do like my colours and bars and such like. The way they use it, it's called stopping volume and reversing volume and continuation volume and various other things. There's a PDF about the volume on that thread that can be downloaded on Forex Factory. But all I'm interested in, finding the direction of the price, which is the H4, then using the lower time frames to find the entry, and if this filters out some bad signals, which in fact it did, and you know, it was on the charts by coincidence. But as it happens, we had the 3 candle reversal down, and if Aaron, if you're watching this is the older version of the 3CR Indy, so if anything looks a bit skewed on it, it's because I haven't updated to the latest version, but thanks for all the hard work on that front. But the H4 3CR happened here, then we had the pullback, and in fact it may well have actually H1 3CR down. I didn't double check that because I didn't trade it. No, it didn't. Of course it didn't. There's the low there of the penultimate candle. There's the ultimate high. It would have had to have closed below there. It came back and tested it by the look of it to the pip. No surprises there. Excuse me. But look what happened with the volume. At no point did, and it doesn't repaint this thing, at no point did we get a signal because of all this sideways, although we did have the 3CR up there. And if I'd have been, well, this is why I like this, and I'm liking this as well, because you could easily have got faked into a trade, potentially there with a 5-minute entry or something like that, and then not, you wouldn't have got stopped out because your stop needs to be a lot further back behind swing 2, as I always talk about. So on the 5-minute chart, you'd have swing, you know, well, we might as well look at it actually. We'll do it chart by chart actually. 15-minute chart. I haven't pre-studied this. there's the descending trend line. You may have got involved in the trade there. As I say, that would have been a momentum, a valid 20 momentum entry, and look how volume has kept us out. Excuse me, I've got a little tickly cough. There's a 3CR up, but again no volume. Then we had a volume to the downside that we're not even interested in, of course. This is why you know, it shouldn't complicate matters here. And then ultimately we did have the volume come into the market at the same time roughly as a 3CR Rsihisto bust and break. In fact, it was not roughly, it was exactly, I think. No, that was the bust and break on the RSI on the 15 minute rather. And then on the 30 minute, I'm not even going to bother going on the 5 minute, I haven't got time in this video, but on the 30 minute you'll see it coincides with the break, bust break and close. So I think we've got a perfectly good filter with this thing, and the colours, well, to be fair, colours are really useful because that's the whole point of it. It's been designed with parameters. I'm not sure what they are, but they do coincide, so in the main. And look at this also. Here's our momentum move to the downside. Well, a 3 candle reversal there. You can just see the pink 3CR line there, and it turned red and probably gave us a bust break and close on the lower time frames, because remember, I don't enter on the 30 minutes. I just I use right down to the 1 minute for the entry, so it will need some fine tuning, but we got the momentum on that 30 minute candle. We can look, I didn't look at this either before making this video, so we could look at the previous. So remember, we wouldn't have even been looking for a trade over here, so we weren't faked into it, even though it gave us a good bust break and close. Well, we might have traded it on the lower time frames, but look at that again. Bust, pullback, break and close down, volume, trigger, and then you know, so I haven't back tested this enormously. It's just a sudden thought came to me that I like this indicator. I like how it's you know, been calculated, as it were, although I don't know, but I like how it's been the strategy was built. And the 3 candle reversal, there it is there, and what the RSI is telling me, and with the volume, it may even give us, it may even be a new strategy. And I must stress all the time that I'm not trying to complicate things. I'm never moving away from the 3 candle reversals or the Rsihisto. Well, it'll have to be something seriously good to make me change what I do. And if I ever mention other people's methods, it will be almost always because they are using price action in a similar way. You know, you've got a 1, 2, 3 lower high going on here, or it's just pure candles and candle patterns that complement what we do. So I'm not trying to complicate things, I'm just trying to make things, you know, these are really traditional indicators. Volume has been used forever and a day. RSI has been used forever and a day, and chart patterns have been used forever and a day, so nothing will change from that. So just an interesting little add-on. We were talking about really the H4 3 candle reversal and the continuation. Interesting to see that you know, if I was going to trade it, that would have been my target, the low of that stuff there, and it coincides with the Asian session low, and then, as you can see, they've gone on up to find new supply in this area here. So that was a 100 pip move to the high. Let's have a look, where would have our entry been on the 30? Well, I wouldn't have entered on the 30, would I? So let's say we took an M15 entry around about, if we'd waited for the volume to come into the market, 3CR, the entry would have been after that on that bar there, that new bar there, the big one. So that was a 50 pip move roughly, or to its conclusion, the high, roughly 100 pips. These moves are monster on this ethusd. That's why, in my opinion, it's worth studying and working out a way to trade it, providing I can find a broker that I trust at the weekends, which IG Index are good. Not making any recommendations, of course, but they've been around for a long time, and I know many traders that trade it, use it rather. So if we can use, and the point being, they're a weekend broker. So and this is, if you need weekend charts, this is Hugo's way. Got a lot of interesting indexes and instruments, should I say, on them. So yeah, great for practicing on at the weekend. So that's it. Volume. It may not stay on the charts, it may complicate things, may make us miss entries, so I've got yet to do the back testing on it. But as it stands, it worked as a good filter yesterday, which is why I made this video, really. You know, that's it. Saved us all that ranging part there, and then picked us right in at the move. So, you know, once you see that close, always remember, I haven't studied it for a long time, so I can't remember whether it turns green and then when the candle closes, or sorry, it might turn green during the candle. You have to be careful of that, so always wait for the bar to close, and then you know you're good to go. So study it yourself, play with it yourself. You know, it works here and it worked here, so you know, it's got potential, I think. So thanks for watching, have a great weekend, what's left of it.